the light behind the screen that I turn on to generate this amazing light experience that you're having right now. And so come down here. I'm gonna do this, right? And I walk in and I'm gonna turn on the light. Now, okay, I'm gonna just actually show you. This is the light, right? It's not complicated. There it is, right? It's pretty obvious when it's on or off. The light's on, and yet I reach over to turn the light on. And so for me, that's an example of me being in a place where I'm so caught up in my thoughts that I'm not even paying attention to what's going on in front of me. And that kind of thing can happen a lot. And ultimately, for me, generally what happens is something that's way more painful. I'll stub my toe, and as many of you know, I don't wear shoes, so that's a way more painful experience than if I did. But there's something about, literally about sort of the space that I'm in that I'm not attending to because I'm so caught up in thinking about whatever the hell I happen to be thinking about. That I'm not aware of what's actually going on around me. And so my response to that, my solution to that is go, oh, okay, so this is where I'm at. I'm in a place where I'm so caught up in my thoughts that I'm not actually paying attention to what's right in front of me. And then I'll start doing the breathing, this breathing thing that I've talked about over and over and over again. So I'm releasing my diaphragm, I'm doing the steps, and whether or not, this is when I'm not practicing, this is when I'm actually doing it for a reason. And so I start the breathing thing, I come back into the space where I am, because as I said a bazillion times, when I'm literally, that for me, and a neurologist can correct me if I'm wrong, but my belief is what's going on for me is I'm in my limbic system, I'm in my fight flight place, my best abilities to really be paying attention to what's going on around me aren't functioning as well as they might otherwise be. And so I'm doing that kind of stuff. And when I start the breathing thing, I come back into where I am, the here and now. I'm breathing, I'm slowing down, I'm coming to that more gentle place, that more gentle space of being. It's not going to change anything. It's not like it's going to take me half an hour to do what I have to do next. It's just like, oh, okay, here I'm back. And literally, I've been doing it for a long time, and I'm not suggesting that if you start doing it today that this is going to happen to you immediately, but 2 or 3 breaths in and I'm back. And so that's really cool for me because it means that I'm back in that space where I'm way more available to what's actually going on around me and way more competent at actually doing whatever I have to be doing, whatever I have to do or whatever I'm going to do next. So anyway, something to think about on this What's Next with Dr. Joel episode. And I'll be back tomorrow.